What do you do when God lets you suffer? What do you do when God lets you suffer? That is the tension of the text. And the night before, Jesus prayed in Gethsemane and he says, Abba, Father, all things are possible for you. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will. And God does not move the cup. And Jesus suffers the most excruciating pain of his life. It was emotional pain. Judas betrayed him. The disciples abandoned him. The religious elite condemned him. Peter denied him. Pilate sentenced him unjustly. The crowd rejected him. Soldiers mocked him. The bystanders blasphemed him. The criminals on the cross beside him insulted him. It was pain, I said. It was pain. It wasn't just emotional pain, it was physical pain, sleep deprivation. He's dehydrated, no food, been spat on, been punched, been slapped in the face, been beat with the cat of nine tails, crown of thorns beat into his head with a broom handle. And you know what else they did? They made him carry a 100-pound crossbeam 2 miles out of town to his own crucifixion ground. Took a 6-inch spike and nailed him between the ulnar and radial bone in his wrist and between both Achilles tendon at the same time. And then they hoisted him up and dropped him on a pole, pushing himself up against the nails and arching his back against the cross, trying to breathe for 3 hours. I said, this is some pain. And if emotional pain and physical pain ain't enough, Jesus is experiencing spiritual pain. He's become the ransom for many. He's paying the sin debt of humanity. He who knew no sin has become sin. He has become a curse for us. For cursed is every man that hangs on a tree. And you know what he did? He did it in the dark. It wasn't a solar eclipse. It wasn't a black sirocco. It wasn't a dust storm from the desert. It was the smoky hot judgment of God towards every man since the first man lived in the past until the last man dies in the future. It done boiled over and nature can't control itself. The sun refused to shine. And if you don't have a sun, you can't have a moon. And the stars refuse to glitter. And the earth has had a stroke and started quaking under their feet. It's pain. It's pain. And hanging there in that thick darkness, Jesus felt something that he never felt before. Jesus felt disappointment with God. I still hear him saying, all things are possible for you. You can do anything that you want to, but you didn't do this for me. I'm your beloved son. And if you love me so much, why did you let me go? That's what the word forsaken means in Aramaic. It's the picture of letting go of a hand that you've been holding and leaving the person behind. That's what Jesus says this felt like. He says, it feels like God let him go and left him behind. I just want to ask the question, has anybody ever been there? Have you ever looked at God and asked the question, Lord, if you love me so much, why did you let me go? And to be honest, the only reason why I'm going through this is because I've been trying to serve you. I came to church and still got cancer. Paid my tithes and the house still went into foreclosure. Read my Bible and still made a bad business. Prayed about it and the relationship still fell apart. Lord, if you love me so much. And the part that bothers me the most is that I still believe that all things are possible with you. You just chose. You chose. You made a conscious decision to let me suffer. I want to know tonight, how do you handle a God that can fix your situation but doesn't? My God. How do you handle a God that can heal your body and he doesn't? How do you handle a God that can supply every one of your needs and he doesn't? How do you handle a God that lets you suffer? I think I'm just about in my seat. I think Jesus in this fourth word shows us what we ought to do. Jesus prayed through his pain. But this ain't just any old prayer. Jesus prayed the scriptures. See, these words are the opening lines to a prayer written by King David. But this isn't just any old psalm. This is Psalm 22. And Psalm 22 is classified as a lament. And hanging on the cross, going through the worst pain of his life, Jesus decided, no, he didn't just pray. He prayed the scriptures. No, he didn't just pray the scriptures. He prayed a lament recorded in the scriptures. You ain't shouting because you don't know what a lament is. A lament is an honest admission of your complaint to God. But in the same breath, it's a hopeful expression of your confidence in God despite what you're going through. Lament gives you the space to say, I don't like what I'm going through, but God, I still trust you. I need somebody in this room that can say like I can say, that even though he slays me. I wish I had a church in this room. I said, even though he slays me, I still trust him. I still believe. I hold on to my faith. I got to stop. My time is about gone. In the darkest, most painful moment of his life, disappointment with God threatened to carry him over the deep end. Jesus decided, no, he didn't just pray. Jesus decided to pray, just pray the scripture. Jesus decided to pray a lament recorded in the scriptures. Not just any old lament. He caught on Psalm 22. And the reason I like this is because Psalm 22 is a psalm for people who are suffering without a cause. And Psalm 22 is a psalm, that don't just describe what Jesus is going through. but it allows Jesus to redirect his attention from what God allowed to the God who allowed it. Yeah, David said, you are holy, O Lord, who are enthroned in the praise of his people. Yeah, he said, in you our fathers trust, and they trusted until you delivered. Yeah, I heard David when he said, I put my trust in you, and I was not disappointed. And I'll leave you when I tell you that when God lets you go through suffering, it's not because he has forsaken you. When God lets you suffer, it's not because he's abandoned you. When God lets you suffer, it's not because he's let you go, but God, he'll let you suffer because that's when he can show you just how much he loves you. God, he'll let you suffer because that's when he shows you that he will vindicate the righteous. God, he'll let you suffer because that's when he shows you that your ladder will be great. I gotta sit down here now, but it won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect that concerning you. I wish I had a witness that'll stand up on your feet and help me say this line. Sooner or later, sooner or later, it's gonna turn in your favor. It's turning around. Yeah, I don't like that one. Let me try him. Be not dismayed, whatever betide, God will.